guys. Hopefully this time everything is working properly. Awesome. We're going to do part number 3 of a series I have on phrasal verbs and conversation today. Maria, welcome to class.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. Sorry it took me a minute to open class. There were some weird errors happening, and I was scrambling for a second, but now I'm ready. And let's get started. We're starting with some conversation questions. Question number 1 is, do you trust the police to help you when you're in need? What do you think about that one? Do you trust the police to help you if you really need something?
Yes.
Have you ever had to rely on the police before? Have you ever been in that situation?
Okay, I'm a policeman. A policewoman.
Oh, you are a policewoman.
Yes.
Very cool. So you have a lot of insider knowledge here. That's actually pretty interesting. So how did you become a policewoman? How did you know that's what you wanted to do?
Okay, it's very long. I am
Are you having a little trouble hearing you?
okay.
So, I can hear you again. Go ahead.
I was studying and I was a teacher. In Spain, I was a teacher. But then,
Oh, can't hear you again. Sorry, Maria. Although I'm fascinated. Very cool that you're a police officer.
yes.
Thanks for sharing that with us. Daniel, welcome to class.
Hello, teacher. Good afternoon.
Hey. Good afternoon.
Good
So
morning
we're
for
doing,
you.
yeah, for me it's morning, but for you guys
Yes.
it's a little later. So today we're doing part 3 of a series I have on phrasal verbs and conversation. The first conversation question is, do you trust the police to help you when you're in a situation of need, an emergency? And Maria just told us that she has a lot of personal experience here because she is a police officer, which I thought was really, really interesting. And what do you think, Daniel? Have you ever been in a situation where you needed the police to help you?
Maybe 3 weeks ago, my car broken down the engine, and a couple of officers told me if I need their help, but usually I don't need I don't need
So
his.
they helped you when your car broke down?
Yes, yes.
Very cool. So that's a good experience, right? All right. Peter, welcome to class.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you, Peter?
Thank you, I'm fine.
Excellent. So, how about you? Have you ever been in a situation when you needed the police to help you with something?
Well, I don't need police help yet.
Awesome. I hope you never do need them. But if you were in a situation where you needed help, would you trust the police to help you? Do you think they would be helpful?
If I will be in that situation, yes, I think they could help me. I trust them.
Excellent. Good answer. Sarah, how about you? Have you ever needed the police, and would you trust them to help you?
Once, when I was in a foreign country, I got lost on my way to a place. Then a police car passed by me and asked me what happened to me. I said I got lost, and they sent me to that place by police car.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Yeah, the police car. Yeah, first time I rode on police car.
That's pretty awesome. Very helpful.
Yeah, I believe in them can help me on some certain matters. Yeah.
I agree. I think they can be very helpful. And right now in the US, or recently, there was a scandal because an innocent person got shot and killed by a police officer, which is what inspired this question, because sometimes extreme accidents like that can cause distrust between people and police officers. But everyone here has had excellent experiences, so I'm happy to hear that.
Okay.
Aka, welcome to class.
Yes, thank you very much. How are you?
So I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. We're talking about experiences with police officers. Have you ever needed the help of a police officer or had another interaction you'd like to share with us?
Yeah. My car, glass of my car was broken by somebody, and my bag was stolen. So I went to the police office.
What was stolen?
My bag.
Oh, your bag. Ooh, bummer.
And wallet was stolen, and so I went to the police office to report that.
In Japan?
Yes, it
Oh,
often happens here. Yeah.
incredible.
Okay. Did they help?
Actually, they reported. They accepted reported, and what they asked me what happened, but probably my my stuff won't return,
Okay.
and if they suggest you don't need to put the bag, you don't have to put the bag on the car, or maybe such car could be a target of that kind of theft. So
I thought Japan is free of stolen.
usually, yeah, safe, but in terms of car thefting, yeah, it often happens here in the parking lot, or yeah. So
Bummer.
I parked the car in a kind of a somewhat hidden place. It's not so obvious place, so that's why my car was maybe was targeted by the theft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they break your car?
No, car is okay, and my wallet, doesn't have so much money, but the problem is the repaired glass. It costs a lot, and it happened summertime, so air conditioner couldn't work well without glass, so that's the problem. That was the problem, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of dangerous.
Well, I'm glad to hear no one has had any more serious difficulties happen to them. It is unfortunate that you had your bag stolen and your window broken, but luckily you're safe and healthy.
Yeah, that's good, yes.
All right. Any other stories to share before we move on to question number 2? Okay, then let's do number 2. Does your country have any stupid laws? This should be a funny one. And let's start with Sarah this time. Do you know any stupid laws where you live?
Okay, we got a lot of stupid things here, but I need to think of one is very specific. Okay, like if we want to renew our passport, when our passports expired. So we have to go to our hometown to do that. You know, China. I'm from China. China is a very big city. Probably you need to pay about $200 to fly back to your town to renew your passport. That will
Expensive.
take, yeah, that will take you like 3 days or five working days. Maybe you cannot have it done in a week. So that will cost your annual leave for work. Yeah, I think it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Very difficult bureaucratic process.
Yeah.
All right. And Maria, would you like us to write our answers in the chat box as well?
I don't understand the answer. Stupid loss.
Oh, I see. So here,
Leyes
first of all,
estúpidas.
yeah, stupid laws. I'm going to,
Loss.
yeah, I'm going to put the notes in the chat box for you guys. That will make it a little
Could
easier
you
for
write
everyone.
in Google Chat? Because it doesn't work my verbally in chat.
Sure. So I gave the link for the notes in the chat box.
Yes.
And I'll also write the question we're talking about. And in the meantime, Peter, can you tell us if there are any stupid laws where you live?
I can say the correct of the name, but for example, if somebody stole someone, can get more years for more years to prison, like somebody who kill someone. I don't know exactly if I say it correct.
Okay, so the punishment for stealing and murdering is similar. That seems
yes.
a little crazy.
Something like that. Yes.
And what is it? It's several years in prison?
Maybe for steal is, I don't know, 4 years, and for murder in some cases is 4 years too. So I don't understand how it is possible.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Thanks for sharing, Peter. Maria, can you think of any stupid laws where you live?
I don't know los laws in Spain, but it's stupid for me when one family
I heard you until you said it's stupid for me, and then I couldn't.
Stupid for me. When the father or mother died.
Father and mother, what?
Mueren, was died.
Did anyone understand that? Start? Starve? Die?
Yes?
Why do they die?
Okay, 1 minute, please.
Sorry, Maria, this is tough. Put your answer in the
Die.
chat box.
The father or mother died.
Yes.
Well, that is an unfortunate situation. I can't hear the law you're talking about. Give us more information on that situation in the chat box. I see. So the father dies.
The father died. The law says.
So
We were so close. The law says.
what is that?
I can't hear. I really can't.
I can't hear too.
Write it in the chat box for us, Maria. Sorry that this isn't working out well.
Okay.
In the meantime, Daniel, can you think of any stupid laws you'd like to share with us?
Yes, if you receive a legacy from your parents or grandparents, you had to pay for it.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
So you have
It's
to pay for
tax
money.
for you have to pay tax for receive your legacy.
Is
A
that
ta-
a
a
heritage
house or
Inheritance.
yes.
inheritance? Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Maybe you couldn't pay for it and you
Lost.
can't receive your legacy.
Wow.
Yes.
That is a crazy law. So you have to
Yes.
have money in order to get money.
Yes. And too much money have to pay for
High
legacy.
taxes.
Yes.
Tough. Very tough. Ken, any laws you'd like to share that you don't really think make sense?
Makes sense. Does make sense. Some laws are, yeah, doesn't make sense. But I don't know the exact case. Uh, but recently, Japanese government, after the liberal government, the Conservative Party got resumed, and they slightly won the majority of the Congress. So they are establishing a lot of kind of dangerous laws. I think that does make sense, actually. Yeah, to keep how can I say free liberal society.
To
Yeah,
keep what?
a free liberal society.
Ah, that's funny. All right. We have a little update from Maria in the chat box. If you can save our house that they paid yet, you must pay more tax.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to make a couple corrections on this statement. If you can save our house, like save, like this. You can save our house. Okay, so if you can save the house that they paid for, we don't need yet here. You must pay more tax, right? So if you want to keep the house, you have to pay for it again, like 2 times, right?
Okay, yes.
All right. Yeah, oh, that's dumb. Very dumb. All right. We have one more conversation question before we move into phrasal verbs, and the last one is, does your country have many illegal immigrants? And we'll start on the opposite side this time with Ken. Will you go first and tell us, does Japan have a lot of illegal immigrants?
Compared with America, not so many, I guess. And I found an article recently. The one Filipino boy was born in Japan, grew up in Japan, but since his parents is illegally immigrants, so maybe the court orders the boy to come back to the Philippines. But the boy says he couldn't. He didn't know. He doesn't know how to live there because grew up here, and was born here. And American law, I think, as far as I know, it's different. Even those illegal immigrants, son and daughter can get, if they were born in America, they can get American citizenship automatically. Is it true?
Yeah, if a person is born in the US, they are automatically an American citizen.
Yeah.
It's a controversial regulation, but I think it works well. I think it's a smart idea.
Yeah, I think so because I mean, their son, doesn't have a kind of, maybe innocent. They are innocent because they couldn't choose where they were born. But
Yeah.
So
Difficult. That's a tragic situation.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Aka. How about Daniel? Is there a lot of illegal immigrants around where you live?
Yes, there are a lot of illegal immigrants, and in this season, summer, there are a lot of boats crossing from Africa to Spain. Maybe there are 30 or 40 people in a small plastic boat trying to cross the near no what is in English estrecho. narrow. Gibraltar narrow, between 14 kilometers. And Spain is the nearest country from there, and there, for them, there are a lot of illegal immigrants
Mm.
from the south of center, south of Africa. Black
Interesting.
people.
So they come from very far away to be in
Yes,
Spain.
yes, crossing the desert, and they they have a campsite in the border on the border between Morocco and Spain, because there are two cities, two small cities in Africa, which belong to Spain, and the immigrants try to jump a huge border fence, and then when they are in the Spain side, then the authorities, Spanish authorities, uh, they take care of them.
So there's a lot of people trying to get into Spain over a fence,
Yes.
and they're succeeding in staying there.
Sorry?
They're succeeding in staying in Spain, right?
I can understand the question. Sorry.
So, let's see. I'll put the question in the chat box as well.
Please in
They,
Google Chat.
they succeed in staying in Spain. Oops, there's too many C's in that. Like that.
Succeed. One moment. Yes. But usually, I think they try to get to France or more in the north, or Germany or Great Britain, because in Spain there isn't any job for anyone.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, there has been some economic difficulties.
Yes.
Maria, would you like to tell us more about that and about the pregnant women?
Yes. In this season, in summer, the sea is warm and calm.
We're losing you. Can't hear you anymore. So what I see in the chat box is a lot of pregnant women try to pass the summer because our children are best. Here are best. Then our children are Spanish. So you mean their children, right? So a pregnant woman would come to Spain, give birth, and then their baby is Spanish. Similarly to how it happens in the US. Is that right, Maria?
Yes. Yes, it's okay. This is my idea.
Yeah.
Go in this difficult situation for a woman.
Very tough. And I can't hear you anymore. That's a tough situation, and I know that it's controversial because it's very sad. Pregnant women obviously need to be taken care of, as do children, but it's also difficult with immigration laws. So it's a very difficult situation to deal with. Peter,
Yes.
can you tell us anything about the illegal immigrants near you, if there are any?
Yes, I can say. First, I want to say that I live in Slovakia, which is a very small country, and for that reason, there aren't many illegal immigrants, because people don't know where that country is. So maybe for 5 years or 10 years, but not now.
All right. Excellent, right? I mean, that's ideal, right? Okay. Sarah, tell us about any illegal immigrants where you live.
Yeah, China is not an immigrant country, so it's kind of impossible for a foreigner to get Chinese nationality. But we do have a lot of foreigners are staying in China illegally. They cannot find a job. They cannot get their visa extended. So this kind of problem for us now in China. But I don't know why those foreigners want to stay in China, because it's hard to find a job without speaking Chinese in China.
I would imagine that's true.
Yeah, so I really don't understand when they prefer to stay in China instead of go to another place.
Where do they come from in general?
Some of them come from America, some of them come from Europe and Africa and the Philippines.
All
Yeah,
over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For business, I think China is a big
Yeah, I
deal.
know, but it's kind of hard to deal with the companies without speaking Chinese. They need to hire a translator here, but that will be a cost for them, an additional cost.
All right. Well, thank you guys for sharing all of that with me. And now we're going to move on to some phrasal verbs. So this is continuing what we've been working on the past couple days. I have 2 other videos about phrasal verbs. And we're going to do the same basic thing, read some sentences using phrasal verbs, then match the phrasal verb to their definition, and finally write sentences with those phrasal verbs. So, Sarah, would you do us a favor and read the first 2 sentences you see here?
Okay. I hate giving big speeches. Every time I do it, I mess up. The second one, the journalist managed to set up a meeting with the company CEO.
Thank you very much. And the next 2 sentences here are going to be for Peter.
Mark heard shouting, so he went to the hallway to see what was going on. Jason is really set on becoming an Olympic wrestler. That's all he told about.
Thank you. The next 2 sentences are for Maria.
The football game called off because of rain.
All right. Thank you, Maria. And Daniel, can you read the last 2?
We have a big problem today that we need to deal with before we go home. I trust Mike. He's responsible. We can count on him to do a good job.
Excellent. Thank you. So our first definition is a simple one. To happen. To happen.
Deal with?
No, I think there's a better definition for deal with.
Okay.
Set up?
I think we have a better one for that also.
Going on.
Yep, that's the one. Thank you very much. Next definition we have is to depend, rely on somebody to do something. To trust somebody will do something.
Count on.
Count on. Yeah. Perfect. Thanks. Next one, to arrange or organize something.
That's a setup.
Set up. Perfect. Next up, we have continue doing something.
Keep it up.
Next one is to make a mistake.
Mess up.
To cancel something.
Call off.
Mhm. To be firmly decided to do something.
Set on.
Set on.
Set on.
Mm-hmm. And to handle or manage a situation or problem.
Deal with.
Deal with.
Yay! All right. Excellent definitions. Let's go down to sentences. So I'm going to assign you each a pair of ideas to make a sentence with. Try to make one sentence using both of the phrases you're given, or as many of the words as you're given. So, Ken, will you do go on and upstairs? Daniel, children and count on. Maria, set up and interview. Peter, exercise and keep it up. And Sarah, date and mess up. Whenever you guys are ready, put those sentences in the chat box. And if you finish early, you're welcome to do another one of the prompts that we haven't given out yet. So once you're finished with your first, you could do call off in marriage, set on in England, deal with and mistake, or any of the others you like. Excellent, we have some great sentences already. I always can count on my children to tidy up their room. Excellent. Thank you very much, Daniel.
You're welcome.
I was supposed to have a great date yesterday, but I messed it up, unfortunately. Oh, too bad. Great sentence, Sarah. And you guys get started on those last 3 prompts that we haven't done yet. Next sentence ready? Her heart goes on at upstairs deck on Titanic. Whoa. Okay, so let's see. Her heart goes on at upstairs deck on Titanic. I'm a little confused. It seems like a good sentence, but I'm a little confused at what you mean. Can you explain that sentence for us?
Like Celine Dion song. Kind of upstairs. She's in the upstairs, at the upstairs on Titanic.
All right.
Goes on.
That's a pretty funny one, and I do love that movie and that Celine Dion song. We probably don't need the preposition at here. So
okay.
her heart goes on upstairs on deck of the Titanic. That might make a little more sense, just to rearrange. On the deck of the Titanic. What a sad movie. All right, next up, I have to do a lot of exercise today, and I'm not sure how long I can keep it up. Awesome. Perfect sentence, Peter. Thanks. So, still waiting on a couple sentences, and remember, if you've already finished, get started on one of the last 3 prompts that we haven't done yet. I have an important interview to my new job. The box set up a meeting in English. Awesome. A couple small little things. It would be for my new job. Definitely. And the boss with an SS. But other than that, it's perfect. Thanks, Maria. Yeah, pretty funny typo there.
Yes.
I was imagining like a box. You know, your boss that is a box.
Yeah.
I
All right.
understood the first time because I usually make the same mistake.
So it's a pronunciation mistake that translates into
Yes.
your writing. That's
Yes.
so funny.
If you don't think about it, you make a mistake. It's a
So
crazy language.
that's for sure.
You say something and then you write another thing.
All right. So I hope we have a couple people working on those other prompts. And if you are, keep working. Get your sentences into us whenever you're ready. We're going to read the sentences for the next set of phrasal verbs. These first two are going to be for Ken. Will you read those, Ken?
Janice pointed out a small error on the report's cover page. The cab driver tried to rip me off by charging $40 for a ride to the airport.
Thank you very much. Sarah, can you get the next two?
Okay. Daryl takes after his father. They're both really funny. Give me a few days to think it over, okay?
Excellent. Peter, can you do these two?
Greg wears tank top so he can show up his muscles. The meeting has been put off until tomorrow.
Thanks. And Maria, read the last two for us.
A tourist was beaten up last night in Central Park.
Thank you very much. All right. So for definitions, the first one is to resemble somebody in your family. Any ideas, guys? To resemble
Put
someone in your
off?
family.
Take
No, not
after.
quite put off. Yeah, take after is the best phrasal verb for this definition. So take after his father. To physically hurt somebody in a fight.
Beat up.
Beaten up.
Yep. How about to quickly form a good relationship with someone?
Hit it off.
Uh-huh. To spend time thinking about a choice or problem.
Think it over.
Mm-hmm. To make somebody aware of something.
Read off.
Show
it
off. Show
Ooh, I got a
off.
lot of answers there. Not show off.
No.
Point it off.
Point out.
Point it out.
Point it out, yeah.
To decide to do something later.
Put off.
Yeah, this time it's put off. To get money unfairly from somebody. To make somebody pay too much money.
Rip
Lip
off.
off.
Mm-hmm. Rip off. And the last one, to show something you are proud of.
Show off.
Mhm.
Show off.
Exactly. All right. Back to some sentence prompts. Starting with Sarah, can you do high school and beat up? Peter, I and take after. Maria, hit it off. Daniel, think over and marriage. And Ken, point out and problem.
Okay.
And if there are any viewers out there who would like to participate, you guys are also welcome to make sentences with us and put them in the chat box. Awesome. We have a couple sentences ready. The Catholic Church should think over about the marriage of their priests and nuns. Awesome sentence. Definitely contains great ideas. A couple small corrections though. They should think over the marriage, leaving out that preposition about. We don't need that there. And I believe you meant priests and nuns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a little typo. Thanks for your sentence, Daniel. It's perfect. Next up, many people pointed out the bug of the updated OS system. What's that, Aka?
No, I just found the news about the updating after the people updated the system. The
Programmer joke.
couldn't start up, cannot start up. So
Ooh.
because of the bug of the system,
That's
updated
a problem.
system.
Awesome sentence. Thanks, Ken. My canary and my neighbor's cat like it. They have really hit it off. Very dangerous for my canary. Ooh, that does sound like a dangerous situation. A couple small corrections for this sentence. So, my canary and my neighbor's cat like each other. If you're saying that there's a feeling between them two.
Each other, yes.
Mm-hmm. They have really hit it off. Very dangerous for my canary. Yeah, that's it. Just that one little thing. Right? Do you think that I take after my mother? No, take after my dad. So, great sentence, but we don't need I am in either of those situations. You could just replace it with I. I take...
just I, not I am.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
All right. And again, if you guys are still working on sentences, go ahead. Oh, yay, one more. So Jack tries to show off how he is great in front of his classmates of high school. But that ended up with beating up by them. Ooh, that's a tough situation. It's a great sentence, but I have a couple little ways that we could improve it a little bit. We could switch the order to say his high school classmates instead of saying his classmates of high school, which is usually a less common formation there. But that ended up with them beating him up would be a better way to form that last part. So just a little bit of form switching around, but other than that, it's an awesome sentence, Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you guys are still working on sentences, go ahead and finish up. Take your time. Put your sentences in whenever you're ready. And we're going to go on to an idiom. So you guys are going to guess letters, and I'll write them in as needed. And there's a hint here. This is a business idiom related to sports. So let's start with Ken. Guess a letter for us.
A.
Great guess. We do have an A. Next guess is for Daniel.
E.
Yep, we have an E. Thanks, Daniel. How about Maria? Do you have a good guess?
T.
Yep, we do have a T. Oh, two T's, actually. All right, next up is Peter.
S.
Yep, we do have an S. Two S's. Next guess is for Sarah.
O.
Yeah, man, you guys are too good at this today. All right, now it's going to be a little tougher, I hope. Ken, do you have another letter to guess?
H.
H? Oh, man, that was a good one, too. All right, so now we have two of the words completed here. Blank, the shops. And the next letter guess is for Daniel.
Key.
Huh?
K.
K?
K.
Nope, no K. The first wrong gets. Dun dun dun. You guys get ahead. All right. Maria, any ideas?
No. P.
Nope. Dun dun dun. Body. Oops. There. All right.
B.
How about B?
Yes.
Nope. Arm. Dun dun dun. All right. Sarah.
L.
Ooh, that was a good one. All right, so we have just one letter missing. Ken,
Call
any
the
ideas? Ah, there we go. Call the shots.
Call the
yeah.
shots.
So what does it mean to call
Who
the
calls the
shots?
shots? Who calls the shots?
Yeah, what
Who
does
is
that
in
mean?
charge of?
To be
Who
in
is in
charge
charge?
of something. Anyone else want to add to that definition?
Who is the boss here?
Yeah, the
Who
boss.
was the sorry, no.
Ruler.
Mm-hmm. So it's the person who makes decisions, usually important decisions. And we have an example sentence down below. The boss told Janet to call the shots while he was away. So I'd like everyone to make a sentence or describe a situation in the chat box where you could use this phrase, call the shots.
In your house, who called the shots? Your father or your mother?
That would be a good situation. Daniel, in your house, who calls the shots?
Both of them. My wife and me. Nay.
So there's like, a war between who gets to make the important decisions.
I call the shots at the kitchen.
Really? So you get to decide what's for dinner and all that?
Yes.
That is a suggestion.
Awesome. Sarah, how about you? Who calls the shots at your house?
I think my parents.
Do you think your mother calls more shots or your father?
It depends. Indoor is my mom. Outdoor is my father.
That is funny. Peter, who calls the shots at your house?
I always want to call the shots, but my fiance is still angry for that.
Maria, who calls the shots at your house?
In my house, my son.
Wow.
No, it's a joke. My son calls the shots on TV. We
Ah.
watch on TV, but he wants to.
The TV decisions, the important decisions.
Yes.
All right. And Ken, who calls the shots at your house?
Probably my mother, or sometimes my father.
So you think your mother more frequently than your father?
It's up to the kind of how can I say the not item, kind of case by case.
All right. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for coming today. Do you guys have any other comments or questions before we finish up and go to the next class? All right, I have a class coming up about tongue twisters. We're going to be talking about various tongue twisters, but also what makes tongue twisters difficult, like the reasons that they're hard to say, and we're going to be making our own if we have time. So if you guys are interested, I would love to see you in the next class, and if not, have a wonderful week, and I will see you again soon.
You.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.